These were the scenes from New Delhi railway station where at least 18 people, including 9 women and 5 children, died in a stampede at the New Delhi railway station, where surging crowds scrambled to catch trains for Mahakumbh in Prayagraj. Now, according to officials, the incident took place around 10 p.m. India time, and this was on Saturday night when a massive crowd gathered at the New Delhi railway station's platform number 14. And this is where the Prayagraj Express was stationed. Delays in the departures of 2 other trains. This was Swatantra Senani Express and Bhubaneswar Rajdhani. These were the 2 trains. They were delayed, and that further exacerbated the congestion, leading to overcrowding at other platforms, which included platform number 12, platform number 13 and platform number 14. These were some of the scenes. This is what the crowd looked like. Now, reports indicate that around 1,500 general tickets were sold, resulting in an overwhelming rush, quite obviously, particularly near platform number 14. And along with this platform, there was a surging crowd around escalator at platform number 1. Now, as we bring forward all the details in this event, around 10:48 p.m., Delhi Fire Service received a call that 15 people had been injured in a stampede-like situation at New Delhi railway station. And this is when the first complaint came out, following which 4 fire tenders were rushed to the spot. Now, if we take the timeline a little further, around 11 p.m. local time, Ministry of Railway said that the situation was brought under control and the injured have been taken to the hospital. This was happening in real time. This is as per the posts which were coming out on social media. And further to this, the Railway Minister, Ashwini Vaishnaw, also tweeted that the situation was under control, as I mentioned. And around half an hour after this, he again tweeted that 4 special trains will evacuate the unprecedented sudden rush at the station. This was close to about 11:52 p.m. Now, he said, the railway minister said that the rush has now reduced. This is closer to midnight on Saturday night. Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, in a post on social media, then announced a high-level investigation into the incident. And post-midnight, LNJP Hospital's chief casualty medical officer said that 15 people, and that included 3 children, have lost their lives in the stampede, while 10 others are injured in this incident. Now, Railway Protection Force personnel and Delhi police officials assisted in evacuating the stranded passengers and the injured, and later NDRF, the National Disaster Relief Force, their teams also arrived at the station. Early in the morning then, this is on Sunday morning, now today morning, the authorities confirmed that 18 people, including 9 women and 5 children, as I mentioned earlier, had died in this stampede.
वहाँ पे 16 नंबर पे अलाउंस हुआ कि 12 नंबर पे आएगा, तो 12 नंबर पे आए। कुछ देर के बाद बोल दी अलाउंस हो गया कि 16 नंबर पे जाएगा। इसी चलते भगदड़ हो गया, वहाँ पे जाम हो के आदमी मर गए चपा के। इधर से पब्लिक भागी, उधर से पब्लिक भागी, दोनों तरफ टक्कर चपा के। पुलिस भी कह रहा है कि अपने से जाओ। ट्रेन में आदमी बोला कि सर चढ़ा दीजिए, तो बोला मैं नहीं, आप लोग खुद से चढ़ो। मैं लोग खुद से चढ़ूंगी। उन लोग की नौकरी क्यों मिला है खुद से चढ़ने के लिए? चाकू भी मारने लगे, जेब भी काटने लगे।
अच्छा, यहाँ कुछ लोगों ने जेब काट लिया।
हाँ, काट लिया। मेरे हाथ पे कुछ लग गया, चाकू लग गया हाथ पे।
और उसके बाद लोगों को यहाँ से समय पे ले जाया गया। यहाँ जो लोग जो घायल थे
सबको ले जाया गया। सब झाड़ू मरवा के जूता चप्पल सब हटा दिया गया। यहाँ के पुलिस बोल रहे कुछ नहीं हुआ है, कुछ नहीं कैसे हुआ है, मौत हो गया, कुछ नहीं हुआ।
हम लोग 12 लोग करीब जा रहे थे। कहाँ जा रहे थे? कुंभ के लिए जा रहे थे, प्रयाग के लिए। लेकिन हम ये रात को 10:10 की ट्रेन थी, प्रयाग एक्सप्रेस। लेकिन हम तो प्लेटफार्म तक पहुंच ही नहीं पाए, पहले ही जीने पर ही डेथ हो गई।
मेरी मम्मी थे।
आपकी मम्मी थी? कहाँ? आप क्या प्रयागराज ही जा रहे थे?
नहीं जी, हम अपने घर जा रहे थे।
क्या बोला आपसे?
वो डेथ हो गई है।
मैं जब वो मूवमेंट करवाने के बाद वहाँ वापस जा रहा था तो मेरे को जाने का रास्ता नहीं मिला, और तब मैंने यहाँ पे नीचे उतर के और प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 14 पे, इवन 13 पे भी, और मैंने अपने खुद से एक अनाउंसमेंट किया कि भारतीय सेना की तरफ से, प्रशासन की तरफ से ऐसा बता रहे हैं कि 2-3 दिन 4 दिन जो भी हो रुक जाइए, आपको जगह नहीं मिल रही है। एक ही ट्रेन में 5,000 10,000 आदमी एक टाइम पे नहीं जा सकते हैं। एक टाइम पे नहीं जा सकते हैं, ऐसा मैंने बताया, अनाउंसमेंट भी किया, लेकिन कोई मानने को तैयार नहीं है। एक जगह से दो जगह, इस ट्रेन पे नहीं मिला उस ट्रेन में मिलेगा, उस ट्रेन में नहीं मिला इस ट्रेन में मिलेगा, इस तरीके का एक सिनेरियो बनाया गया और जिसका परिणाम ये हुआ कि इतना बड़ा भगदड़ हो गया और इस तरह का यहाँ पे घटना घट गई।
पुलिस वाले भी थे और जो वहाँ पे एम्बुलेंस वाले, हाँ वो थे, हाँ जी वो लेके।
कितनी महिलाएं थी, क्या स्थिति थी?
10 महिलाएं थी, 3 बच्चे और 2 फीमेल। 15 डेड बॉडी थी और 10 वैसे तो चोट लगे हुए।
तो यहाँ पे 15। और घायल कितने थे यहाँ पर हॉस्पिटल में?
10
है।
हाँ।
तो उसमें महिलाएं थी ज्यादातर या पुरुष है?
8, 5, 6 तो महिलाएं थी और जेंट्स थे। उनको पैर में चोट थी, सारों को।
पैर में चोट।
और एक महिला को तो कमर में थी।
वहाँ पे एक तो बैलेंस खराब हुआ, गिरा, फिर ट्रेन आया, घुसा, उसके बाद दम घुटने लगा, इतना पब्लिक आ गई जो पूरी दम घुट रही है। आधा घंटा से पुलिस वाला के कंप्लेन किया है, एक
पुलिस खड़ी है, पुलिस को बताइए सामने खड़ी है,
बोला कह रहा है भेजता हूँ, आधा घंटा में कोई बंदा नहीं आया है।
जब ये दुखद घटना घटित हुई उस समय प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 14-15 जो आइलैंड प्लेटफॉर्म है, उसमें प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 14 पर पटना की ओर जाने वाली मगध एक्सप्रेस थी, खड़ी थी, और प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 15 पर जम्मू की तरफ जाने वाली उत्तर संपर्क क्रांति खड़ी थी। इसी दौरान फुटओवर ब्रिज से जो सीढ़ियाँ प्लेटफॉर्म 14-15 पर आती हैं, उसी पे एक पैसेंजर के फिसलने से जो उनके पीछे के पैसेंजर थे वो उनके ऊपर गिर गए, इसकी चपेट में आ गए, जिसके कारण दुखद घटना घटित हुई है। बाकी इसकी जांच उच्च स्तरीय समिति कमेटी द्वारा की जा रही है। इस दौरान मैं इतना फिर से बताना चाहूंगा, कोई ट्रेन न तो कैंसिल की गई थी और न किसी ट्रेन का प्लेटफॉर्म बदला गया था।
पीछे से भीड़ आई और उसमें मेरी बहन दब गई, सर अभी हॉस्पिटल लेके गए हुए उसे। कैसे बता रहे, क्या तबीयत है उनकी? कुछ तबीयत खराब नहीं है, पीछे से
पीला उला निकल रहा है, पीला पीला मुंह से झाग निकल रहा है और हम लोग के ऊपर दबा था, मेरा यहाँ दर्द।
कैसे हुआ?
अचानक सब उधर से आ गए, ये देखिए साड़ी फट गई, सारा साड़ी वाड़ी देखिए सर फट गई।
एकदम भीड़ ऐसे आगे नीचे हमारे आगे रोड से ऐसे पीछ गई है, एकदम बहुत ही ज्यादा। रहते हम दिल्ली में वैष्णो देवी जा रहे थे, लेकिन
आपके साथ के?
हाँ जी सब ठीक है जी।
आदमी 10-15 आदमी मरा हुआ है, 10-15 आदमी मरा है।
रास्ते बीच गई जी, हमने देखा नहीं गया,
कोई इंतजाम नहीं था किसी का।
भीड़ सिर्फ भीड़, धक्के चल रहे थे, एकदम धक्के।
हर कोच में सेकंड एक्सेप्ट फॉर फर्स्ट एसी, सेकंड एसी में 500 लोग विदाउट टिकट ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं। आरपीएफ जीआरपी कुछ नहीं कर रहा है। 139 पे 3 बार कंप्लेन रजिस्टर कर दी।
एम्बुलेंस आ चुकी है प्रेजेंट में 12-418 प्रयागराज एक्सप्रेस लगने के बाद में बहुत जबरदस्त भीड़ हुई है। हाँ,
अचानक से कैसे सब कुछ होने लगा?
भीड़ बहुत जबरदस्त। प्रयागराज जा रहे थे कुंभ जाने वाले, उनके लिए यात्री इनके सारे एकदम छड़ने लगे, जिसका बिना टिकट वाले भी सारे उल्टे सीधे।
कितने लोग इंजर्ड हैं?
कम से कम 30 आदमी। अचानक भागदौड़ इतना ये हुआ यहाँ पर कि उसके वजह से बहुत ज्यादा, और इतना हालत खराब है। हमारा टिकट होने के बाद भी हम वापस जा रहे।
कहाँ जाना था आपको?
हमें प्रयागराज जाना था।
बिल्कुल ठीक है। कैसे कैसे मेरा साला का पैर फ्रैक्चर हो गया वहाँ पे, अभी नीचे खड़ा है उसको।
क्राउड का अंदाजा हम लोगों ने लगाया था, और सिचुएशन में बता रहा हूँ, जो पूरा टाइम फ्रैक्शन ऑफ द टाइम जिसमें 10 मिनट में हुआ, उसमें ज्यादा लोगों का आना, उसके अलावा 2 ट्रेन का डिले होना। बाकी ये मैटर जो है एग्जैक्टली जो फैक्ट फाइंडिंग है वो रेलवे की तरफ से फैक्ट फाइंडिंग होगी। हमारी तरफ से जो है, हमारा आज के दिन का काम एज ए जीआरपी हमारा है फॉर द इंक्वेस्ट एंड अदर प्रोसीडिंग, वो हमारी यूनिट कर रही है।
अब हम मिले हैं जो इंजर्ड हैं यहाँ पे, पूरा उनका इलाज चल रहा है और पूरी देखरेख के साथ इलाज चल रहा है। कई लोग हैं जिनको 4-5 पेशेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने कुछ देर में डिस्चार्ज भी कर दिया जाएगा।
Now, the situation at the railway station is under control. This is as of now, and passengers have been accommodated on special trains, and normal train movement has also resumed at the station as per usual. Now, Railways has announced compensation of 10 lakh rupees for the families of the deceased, while 2.5 lakh rupees compensation will be given to those seriously injured, and 1 lakh compensation has been declared for those with minor injuries. Prime Minister Modi expressed sorrow over the incident. He posted on social media saying that he is distressed by the stampede at New Delhi railway station. The authorities are assisting all those who have been affected by this stampede. President Draupadi Murmu said that she is deeply anguished to know about the loss of lives in the stampede at New Delhi railway station. She extended her condolences to the bereaved families. Now, WION's correspondent Dharamjot Kaur has been at the location since the early hours of today, and she spoke to several eyewitnesses who saw the incident firsthand. This is what she gathered. Listen in.
Vendors who've been here all night have a completely different story to tell about what really transpired on late Saturday night in a stampede that killed 18 people. We're going to talk to one of the people who've been present here and witnessed the entire situation. दादा, आप यहाँ पे पूरी रात थे, आप एग्जैक्टली बता सकते हैं क्या हुआ?
बस पुल के ऊपर जो है ना, पब्लिक इतनी ज़्यादा घुस गई थी कि आदमी निकल ही नहीं पा रहा था पुल के ऊपर। प्लेटफॉर्मों पर कोई नहीं था, प्लेटफॉर्म नॉर्मल था एकदम, यहाँ ज़्यादा भीड़ नहीं थी। बस पुल के ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा भीड़ होने से जो है भगदड़ मच गई वहाँ पे।
क्या अधिकारी कोशिश कर रहे थे लोगों को?
उन्होंने तो बहुत हेल्प करी है। अधिकारी तो यहाँ शाम से ही रुके हुए थे, सारा प्रशासन, सारे अधिकारी सब यहीं पे थे। लेकिन वो भी बेचारे क्या करते, जब पब्लिक इतनी हो गई थी तो वो कहाँ तक कंट्रोल करते। NDRF तक बुला रखी थी उन्होंने तो यहाँ पे, लेकिन वो कुछ कर नहीं पाए बेचारे, क्योंकि अगर ज़्यादा सख्ती करते तो फिर भगदड़ और ज़्यादा मस्ती, तो वो कंट्रोल करने में लगे रहे। बस बतेरा उन्होंने डैमेज करा, हो नहीं पाया उनसे बेचारों से।
As you heard from the vendor who's been here the entire night and witnessed the entire incident, he says that authorities really tried hard to control the crowd, but the number of people was so huge and the situation turned out to be so unprecedented that people weren't necessarily listening to the authorities or paying heed to their instructions, which is why unfortunately chaos erupted, and that led to the tragic stampede, as we know.
Now viewers, as we've made you witness all the eyewitness accounts that we have gathered and people that we've spoken to ourselves at WION, you would have also noticed that there is a differing account coming in from eyewitness, from passengers and the officials who were on ground at this point. This is going to be a matter of investigation to figure out how it all started. As of now, a blame game has erupted over the stampede, with the opposition now highlighting Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena's post over the incident. In a post, and I'm going to give you exact timings here. This is a post on social media at 11:45 p.m. Saxena said there has been an unfortunate and tragic incident of loss of lives and injuries due to disorder and stampede at the New Delhi railway station. However, barely about 15 minutes later, this post was edited. Saxena edited this post and there was a change. This time, the new post, the edited post, it deleted that reference of loss of lives in the stampede. The opposition has alleged that he was made to edit that tweet, adding that it was an attempt at a cover-up. Congress Media and Publicity Department head Pawan Khera said that it was more concerned about controlling the news of deaths than controlling the deaths themselves. He has demanded that the CCTV footage be scanned, citing sources that the announcement at the railway station created confusion.
हम ये मांग करते हैं कि सारी सीसीटीवी फुटेज, क्या सीसीटीवी बंद था, सारी सीसीटीवी फुटेज उस वक्त की 9:50 से 11, साढ़े 11, 12 बजे रात की सीसीटीवी फुटेज जारी की जाए, क्या हुआ?
All right, viewers, we've heard the eyewitness accounts and information coming in from the officials. As of now, let's cut across to our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur, who's at the New Delhi railway station once again. Dharamjot, you've been tracking the developments since the early morning hours itself. You're back at the New Delhi railway station. Give us a sense of how far the investigations have reached, because we've really heard differing accounts coming in from passengers, eyewitnesses and officials.
Which even last we know, a short while back, Railway Minister Rashmi Vaishnav reached the Rail Bhavan to oversee the entire investigation and hold a top-level emergency meeting. We're also hearing that the two-member committee, which has been formed by the railways, is now currently actively probing the matter. Eyewitnesses are being called to register their personal account and the harrowing details that they witnessed firsthand. Now, as we speak, a lot of injured people from the LNJP hospital and other medical facilities as well, they are being released in cases where they have minor injuries. For those with more severe injuries, they are still admitted to the hospital. We saw relatives a couple of hours back trickling in to check on their loved ones. Now, with respect to the investigation, Shivan, there are a lot of pertinent questions that remain unanswered. When I was here early morning, the station was completely deserted. We saw a few police officials monitoring the situation. Right now, the crowds are coming back. No trains have been cancelled. It's business as usual at the railway station. But amid all this, what transpired last night has raised the question about what exactly went wrong. We hear officials and the eyewitness that I spoke to say that authorities really tried to control the crowd, but when they were rushing from one platform to the other, that is when the entire chaotic situation erupted. Now the question is, how did this upsurge in footfall take place, in the first situation? Why is it that so many people were present only to board 2 specific trains? What is it that really happened? Was there an issue with ticketing? Were more tickets issued than number of seats in a particular train? Where is it that authorities went wrong, and which department in particular went wrong that led to this entire tragedy? So at the end of the investigation, these are the questions that we're seeking answers to.
All right, Dharam, thank you so much for getting us the latest. We'll cut back to you for more details a little later. As of now, let us move to our guest. He is Akhil Agarwal from New Delhi. He's a former Director General Signal and Telecommunications at the Railway Board. Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much for joining me here on the broadcast. Sir, I wanted to understand from you, there have been several accounts regarding the special train and which people were trying to board, and then there are differing accounts of what really led to that surge and that rush. I wanted to understand for you, how is the ticketing done in special trains, and how do officials monitor and ensure that that cap is maintained and overbooking is not done? Is there any such mechanism in place? If you can shed some light.
Yes. A special train, let me first offer my condolence to the people who are injured and people who lost their life in yesterday's unfortunate incident. The special train is run like any other train, and the reservation of the berths are taking place through the passenger reservation system. So, and normally we look at the gap between the 2 trains and then run the special train in a timing so that it doesn't, both the trains are run separately. So there is absolutely no difference as far as running of a special train is concerned or a normal train is concerned. The special train booking is also done through PRS only, where you get the booking of a normal train also.
Sir, where exactly did things go wrong? We've heard several accounts. People mostly are saying that a big crowd came from behind and we started getting crushed and trampled, and all of that happened platform number 14 and the bridge, that staircase. A lot of that has come through from the visuals. I wanted to understand from you, if you've been able to diagnose any such thing till now, where did it really start going wrong?
You see, it's very difficult to say at this point of time that what is started the stampede. And I am told that the railways have already ordered an inquiry. Honorable Minister has already ordered an inquiry, which will go into the details, and they will have all the resources at their in their hand, in the sense that the CCTV footage, what was the announcement, and how many people were there. They will be able to guess from the CCTV footage. All what I can say is that whatever are the news reports which are coming, that already the Prayagraj was there and there were 2 other trains were expected at that platform because of their because those 2 trains were delayed, and suddenly there was a rush of 3 trains, and that is what has led to this incident. But this is only on the basis of what the news are coming. Probably the detailed inquiry will bring out the exact fact that what has led to this unfortunate incident.
Mr. Agarwal, delays of trains is a regular affair. I would assume that it happens on a daily basis, but we don't see such incidents which are so tragic happening like this. I wanted to understand from you, how equipped is the railway to handle a situation like this, where a sudden surge erupts, and also at the same time, is there any mechanism to regulate footfall, especially at a time like the Mahakumbh which is going on, and we know that there is going to be a surge of passengers?
See, railway does deal with such type of situation, and there is rush normally during Diwali season or a Chhath Puja season, and there is a detailed protocol how to deal with it. Even at the if you see at the Prayagraj railway station, which is dealing with far more rush, and they are also they have diverted the train, they have diverted the stations, and they are arranging people to see that the crowd is properly guided to different places. So there is a detailed protocol, and I am sure that the Northern Railway and the Delhi division must have followed the protocol to control the crowd. At this point, and what you said, I agree that delay of trains is a regular feature, but probably because of the large crowd going towards the Prayagraj, this has happened. But I am sure that the Delhi Division and Northern Railway must have had their protocols to control the crowd. Exact what has happened will only come out in the detailed inquiry, and it is very difficult to pinpoint at this point of time what has happened.
Mentioned the crowd. I just wanted to understand at this point, when a situation is already spiraling out of control, at what point does crowd management need to be brought into play, and how will the railways be carrying this forward on a day-to-day basis? It needs to be done before the crowd starts to surge and a stampede situation arises. Where does the railway stand on that front?
See, normally in such cases we have a CCTV, and people keep manning the CCTV. We stop giving the entry to the other than passengers. We stop the entry of the people inside the platform. So all these arrangements railway does, and railway keeps looking at the CCTV footage and controls the crowd. So we have enough resources and we have enough protocol at place. I am not very sure that suddenly how the crowd came, and crowd has started surging on these two platforms, 14 and 15, which are island platform. How the crowd started surging, and what I was just listening to a vendor, and he says that it was only at the foot overbridge, not at the platform. Platform was a normal this thing, but foot overbridge suddenly the this thing has come. I am sure that there is no change in the platform, as someone has already said, that there is no cancellation of the train, so that there is a rush that one train has cancelled and people should rush to the other train. All these things are there, so it's a protocol which is being followed. No change of platform and anything. How suddenly the people have started people have started gathering on the foot overbridge, from where this has started. So this is to be checked, and this is to be investigated.
The investigations definitely need. Everyone's waiting for that CCTV footage to be able to determine what exactly happened, so that all these differing accounts converge into one final conclusion as to what happened. And this definitely needs to be ensured that it never happens again. Thank you so much for joining me. That was Mr. Akhil Agarwal, former DG with the Railways, joining me on the broadcast. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right, viewers, we will be tracking this story very, very closely as we get differing accounts, but we try to home in from different voices on what exactly happened. As investigations are underway, we'll be tracking the developments and getting you the latest at every minute.